Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different than usual. There's no DIY project to do. There's no thing we have to work on at the moment. It's more like I bought this truck almost a year ago to the date. And in this owner-op world, we'll call it, was it worth doing? Because it's 2024 now. I bought it in 2023. I mean, not a bad unit, all said and done. You know, it's got typical international problems like the paint falls off. You know, get used to that because the 90s model Internationals had a bad batch of primer, so just about every one of them, the paint just fell right off. I added a few things when I bought it as well. You know, I like lights. I'm a flatbedder, so I need a headache rack, needed a toolbox, some extra storage items. You know, there's a couple extra wires running power in for all the other little add-ons I do. You know, it's got 150 gallon fuel tanks, one on each side. It's got 373 rear ends. When I bought it, it had a 10-speed transmission with a 0.74 final drive. I since upgraded that to a 13-speed with a little bit faster because, you know, when you're looking at a truck as an owner operator, you got to think about mileage, you got to think about power delivery, you know, how efficient do you really want this thing to be. And so, you know, what I made sure I got myself the red top Cummins N14 Select Plus in particular, and you know, it's pretty decent underneath there. But when it comes down to whether it's really worth it, here's the deal. As if you're already in the seat, as most truckers know, the freight market absolutely sucks. So you can't really spend a lot of money on buying a truck and then expect this all to work without any payout. That's why we have this one. It's a 1999, which means we're exempt from a lot of emissions items, which is great because that saves us an arsenal of money. Because one of the biggest things some of my acquaintances comment on is that when they break down emissions related, it's 10 grand, it's 5 grand, it's 30 grand, it's insanity, and the rates just don't support it at the time being. So was it worth it? Oh heck yeah. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Would it be an international cab next round? Maybe not, but here's the deal. When you're buying a truck, the main things that get the job done are your motor, the transmission, and the drivetrain. The cab that's sitting on it, all that really is cosmetics, comfort, and the choice of dealerships that you're buying from. At the end of the day, almost every truck in existence is built on what they call a ladder type frame. Now, to explain that, that is basically you have a frame rail, you have another frame rail, they're connected with cross members, and it's straight. It's just C-channel, C-channel, cross members, straight. So would it be worth it if I would have spent a little bit more and bought something a little bit fancier, a little bit nicer? Absolutely not. Not with the current economic conditions. So I would use that as kind of a thought process as far as this goes, because it depends on your business model. You might have a different business model, and you know, you might say, oh well, you know, if your rates are something where you've got to worry about whether you spend 20,000 or 100,000 on your truck, then you're working too cheap. If that's your stance, reach out to me, let's talk about this. You know, show me where I'm wrong, because heck, I'm not married to just pulling random freight on a flatbed. If there's better options, well, I'm always in the market for better options. Until that point, my official stance is get yourself, if you're gonna get into this, which I don't recommend right now, I would wait for better economic conditions, but if you do, get something that's affordable. Get it where you can pay it with cash. Don't have a loan, because with the unpredictability, a loan can be a very bad thing. The other thing is make sure that you get yourself something that has snacks in it, because, well, on a bad day, that's the difference between being able to hold it together and not. But there's my kind of stance after a year of ownership of this. And bear in mind, you know, purchase price, getting it on the road, plated, legal, inspected, all of that was about $20,000 all in. Would I do it again? Absolutely. But I wouldn't be spending more than $20,000 to have done it in these conditions. So hopefully that can kind of give some perspective on this. If it helps you out with making your decisions on what you do, great. You know, just kind of a buyer beware. When you buy into these older trucks, you might be working on them every now and again because they're older. They've got some wear on them. You know, wheel seals, that's pretty, you know, standard that you're going to be doing wheel seals. You're going to be doing brakes. You might be doing tires. I mean, this one's older. Someone had a fuel tank strap eaten into it, so like this tank is going to be going bye-bye pretty soon. Okay, there's a set of tanks. That's old truck problems. New truck problems though, it's emissions, it's the monthly payments, it's you still got to change the oil, you still change the brakes. So, you know, I guess long story short, and I know I've been rambling on this, you figure out what you want your business model to be, because you can get a brand new truck and it fits your business model, or you can get, you know, an older truck like this here, and this is what fits my business model because it does what I need it to do, which is reliably, safely, point A to point B, make a pickup, make a delivery. I could do it with a $20,000 truck, or I could do it with a $200,000 truck. I'd rather put some profit in my pocket and do it with a $20,000 truck. May not be quite as comfortable, but it's financially makes a bit more sense for me. Anyways, stay safe, keep the rubber side down, the shiny side up, and stay blessed. Well, to see you in the next one.